Hey there, good evening. Welcome to Conversation Over the Cup. Chelsea and I are here, and I came up a little late, so Teague's desk is not cleared off. I've got my motivational water bottle filled to the top. I cannot seem to get enough water in me today, but I think that has everything to do with my little dehydration yesterday and my trek up over the mountain and down the other side. Hi, Lolita. And you saw me at the end of that, and I'm happy to say I came home and rested and did not get a full-blown migraine, which was just wonderful. Did have a headache for a while, but that was okay. So how did you do last week? We talked a lot about recognizing our hot button words and getting in touch with ourselves to remind ourselves that we are A-okay. So I hope that you had a good week. I did. I noticed a lot of things for myself this week and some new words that are hot button words. I think that that's so funny as you work out maybe some of the other things. You notice that there are all new things waiting for you to decipher. Hi, Rosemary. Welcome to Conversation Over the Cup. So I've noticed myself here lately. Hey, Robin, nice of you to be here. Welcome to Conversation Over the Cup. It's starting to be fair time and festival time, and football has started already. So I cannot believe that we are really facing the end of summer, and some of my friends were dropping kids back at college, and Teague only has one more full week off of school, and time is just the most impatient thing, isn't it? It just keeps going faster and faster. So no shame or judgment here, but are you looking forward to the routine of summertime being over? Some parents are hanging on, and some of us don't have kids really in the house and underfoot. I hear a lot of mothers, talking about celebrating when the kids are back, and really getting a lot of criticism maybe about feeling good about having that time to yourself again. But I'm saying no shame or no judgment. I do appreciate a routine, and I do appreciate a schedule, even though sometimes I don't really make very good use of that time anyway. Hi, Laurie. Thanks for being here. I don't want summer to end in all of the glory of summer to end, but I have to say, I am looking forward to a little bit of a routine. Hi, Anne-Marie. Thanks for being here. Great group on tonight. As you can see, I am wearing one of the beautifully broken pendants. I want to show you Chelsea's. Can you see Chelsea's? Our beautifully broken pendants did make their debut this week, and I am so pleased to report that ladies seem to like them. And 50% of every sale is going to go to an outreach. So just a little, didn't mean to do a commercial there, but I am very excited because it's my first attempt to give back, which is what this group is all about, and what changing our mindset really is all about. But tonight I do want to talk to you about the control that we're looking forward to having over our time as we shift from summertime schedules back into the routines of school, whether you have children or not. Hi, Brooke. Thanks for being here. Hi, Julie. Oh, my goodness. I'm so excited. There is such a great group on tonight. So I do get excited for some me time, and I have to confess, I had Mason print off his schedule for college. He is commuting for his last semester, which means he's home. He's not leaving. And worse than that, he doesn't have to be at school till 10. So I look forward to the quiet morning. I look forward to doing what I like to do in those minutes of the morning, and I'm going to be sharing a house in the morning. And I hear how that makes me sound. I'm just trying to be truthful here with you. But control is the thing that we all do struggle with. We do struggle with this. And this actually was the topic of our service this morning at church. And it was just, I think it's always interesting when it's on your mind, how you get a little reinforcement. So do you like to manipulate circumstances to make sure it's working in your timeline? Do you like to, and I don't mean manipulate in a bad way, but we all, if we live with other people, we know how to suggest things so that they get done our way. Do you have a specific way you like laundry to be sorted? I mean, it's a task. It's dirty clothes, right? And they're gonna come out of the washer clean. Now, granted, I know I don't read, laundry's not important to me. I don't iron, unless it's a wedding or a funeral. But how much time and energy are you putting into controlling how the laundry is sorted? I don't really have a problem with this so much anymore. I do have a separate laundry basket that I keep Adam's work clothes that need to be extra, now that he doesn't wear a uniform, which he loves and I hate. But I tell you, I do have a pet peeve about how the dishwasher is loaded. I wouldn't have told you that I am a control freak in the kitchen, but today Adam was trying to help and literally was just trying to get the defrosted meat from the microwave into the pan. And I think I told him no 3 times. Don't do it that way. No. We all have our things that we like to turn out the way we like to turn them out. And, it's my way, even if you don't mean it to be that way. If we've lived this many decades, we have things that we like to do a certain way. But are you basing your peace and your happiness on controlling these things to a degree that maybe it's suffocating your peace and happiness? So I would say ask yourself maybe those questions. In order for my peace, do I have to control the money in my house, the children in my house, the spouse in my house, friends, parents, work situations? Are there things that you have decided your peace and happiness rely on them happening a certain way? And then are there areas in your life that are out of control that you are spending a lot of time and energy trying to figure out a plan to get them under control? Because this is another one of those big myths, there are outside forces working against us all the time. And I don't mean in an evil way, but there's a shift happening all the time. Everyone, even your dog, Wilson decided yesterday it was a good idea to leap from the sofa to the recliner in which I was sitting holding a salad. There is not a single thing in this world that we can control. So if we're relying on things to happen a specific way in order for our peace and happiness, we're going to be disappointed. We're going to be frustrated. We're going to be tired. So are we trying to hang on too tightly? And this is what I do, specifically if I've decided that I'm absolutely right. And you know what? 9 times out of 10 as women, we are right. But if you're coming up against somebody who's thinking a different way, particularly the people in your household, everybody's got an opinion, and you're hanging on so tight. And then my favorite thing to do is to justify my blisters, because if I've hung on so tightly to prove that I'm right, now I have to justify the blisters and the bleeding of my fingertips. I can't even just be resigned to the fact to say, maybe putting that on the lower rack of the dishwasher is not the end of the world. But when we look at our people outside of us, I'm sure there are people in your work environment. I'm sure there are situations that you are in right now that you can look at with 20/20 vision and could fix it in a snap. If you are an expert on looking outside of yourself, I can clean that up in a minute. Give me a little love. I don't mean that you have to be a know-it-all, but we just want to share the experience that we have, right? Save somebody a step. That usually is the motive. And we can see it so clearly when we're looking at someone else. But I find that when I look at my own reflection, I'm blind. I need more than these corrective lenses sitting on my nose. I can't see it for myself. I can't. So it has been an exercise this week to really look to see where I'm in my own way. Where am I blocking my own peace and happiness, and to release it a little bit, because it's a lot of energy, a lot of energy. And I was thinking of the movie The Help the other day. Ain't you tired, Miss Hilly? Yeah, I'm a little tired. So we can let go of this. I mean, today I forgot my eco bags to go to the grocery store. So I said to the register girl, have him load those bags up, because I just really strongly dislike, not going to say the H word, the plastic bags at the grocery store. So I told the guy to load them up, load them up, load them up. And I'm watching him put one item in the bag, maybe two items in the bag. And I tell you, the insides of my cheeks were bleeding, because I needed to educate him. Why grocery baggers aren't taught how to bag is just beyond me. But I didn't say anything. I didn't offer anything. And I'll find a use for those plastic bags. I will. But the energy, ain't you tired, Miss Hilly? Yeah, I am. And I just don't want to have blisters over things that may just steal my joy, peace, or happiness, even for 60 seconds. I've gotten to the point that the minutes are that precious. The moments are that precious. I mean it. Our moments are that precious. So where can we release our grip a little bit? Where can we give our blisters a break? Does it matter if the laundry isn't sorted the way that you want? The dirt will come out. Yep, it might be shrunk. It might be not the way it should be, but the clothes will get clean. When I was having this judgment about the guy bagging my groceries, the WEO didn't miss a beat. She was right there to meet me, to remind me, why are you even having this discussion about the plastic bags? You are the one who left your grocery bags at home. So, even when you release your grip, the challenge is going to be there. So my suggestion tonight was, how would you feel about island living? When we got all of these outside forces coming around, is that what you would like? Maybe. Sometimes when you're gripping so tight, do you think it would be easier just to be on the island? Would you consider, this is my question, would you consider island living to be lonely, or would you consider it to be a luxury? Because the truth is, we can decide. We can decide what we're going to put our energy into, and that's what goes on our island with us. And everything else, as my friend Donna suggested this week, everything else is invite only. So it goes on the outside of the edges. I just thought that was a great, great visual, because I don't know that I would get lonely all the time. I do like stillness. I do like peace. But I would be able to invite the people that I wanted, and the people who would be on board with what peace and happiness looks like to me, whether they load the dishwasher properly, my way, or not. Would it be a luxury? Would it be too indulgent? Lolita, it would be a luxury. There would be parts of it if everything we needed was on our island, right? I envision it to be very relaxed. I don't necessarily want to be, like I said, alone on my island. But we can decide what we're going to grip so tightly that we get blisters, and what we release. And some of it is time to release. Some of it is, it's time to release your grip a little bit. Even when we release our grip, we have actions that we can take to not fuss about the groceries being bagged. We could offer a suggestion. We can have some input. We can take a step in the right direction, maybe avoiding that conflict. Not snapping at Adam for helping me the wrong way with ground beef. And it wasn't a snap, but I did notice, I said no. I said no 4 times, I think, in 2 minutes. Yeah, not like that, not like that. So a better way to communicate. And that hold you unto others. How would you like it to be said to you? And this does mean we're releasing our grip, but we're also taking a breath, and we're being still and purposeful with our words. Because when we grip so tightly, it's like strangling something, and just gripping it so tightly that you can't breathe about it. And that to me is the biggest interference for my peace and happiness. And what I've noticed, as a teenager, I just stopped. These situations happened. So there were parts of me I stopped being open to. I stopped being open to connections and experiences that might hurt me, and I wanted to control all of that, protecting myself from love in certain ways, and protecting myself from hurt in certain ways. And I was good at it. Let me tell you, I was really, really, really good at it. But by holding on to those rules so tightly, those things that I perfected for protection, I was suffocating my own peace and happiness. And I'm ready to breathe. I really, really am ready to breathe. So I want to go to a luxury island of living. And I want to invite people who are thinking like me and people who want to embrace and grow to come with me. And, you do need to you have to be able to pack groceries. I might be able to let the dishwasher go, and I might not care how you sort the laundry, but grocery packing, that one's gonna. We all have our things. But we can choose what we want to let go of, what we want to grip so tightly, and really the only thing we should be gripping so tightly that it gives us bleeding blisters is our love for one another. If we lead with love in this big bad world, nothing can hold us back. And really, that's what I want you to remember. The interruptions in life are constant. The dog right now downstairs, because they forget that I'm on a call up here. And that's all right. It's all good, because I love them. I do. So go to your luxury island, draw yourself a circle, and give yourself an exercise. Put the things inside that island, on that island with you, that mean the most to you. That's what you want to hold on to. That's what you want to fight for. That's what you want your energy to go towards, because you can. I have a lot of things in my past, my youth. We all do. We all have had circumstances. And, a lot of them happened when I was very, very young. And I'm done holding on to them. Twice this week, I walked the main street of my hometown. And that never happens. And, never happens. I can't even tell you probably second grade. Second grade was probably the last time I took a walk on Main Street on purpose that I wasn't going shopping. So I had to walk from the yoga studio to the high school. So it's like 3 blocks. And I tell you what, I passed the childhood home where I was brought from the hospital, crack of dawn, couple days old in 1969. And the house, of course, looks different. The sidewalk looks different. All of those things look different. But to walk through your past with this wisdom that you have from the years that you have lived, of course the house looks different. I looked at it with a whole different perspective. And so too can we look at these things we're gripping and we're holding on to, and these things that we've decided are so important for our energy. So if you feel, ain't you tired, Miss Hilly? If any of these situations are giving you bleeding blisters, maybe you can release. Maybe you can release your grip just a wee bit and start to move in a different direction and claim that peace and happiness. The second walk, if you saw the video yesterday, the second walk I took through Red Lion was after the street fair. Now, after these couple cool days that we've had, in my brain, it's fall. So I had long pants on. I did not intend to work the street fair. So I had my full line sports bra, 2 tanks that I wear for yoga, plus Brooke, the cotton tie-dye t-shirt that we made in your class. So I'm like dressed for winter. Yes, I am. And now I have to walk these these blocks to the high school again. And I promised a girl who was vending that I'd see her. So it took me up Broadway, for those of you who know Red Lion. So now I'm like, do I walk back to the square to take the flat road, the easy road, the road I know, the road I took 2 days ago, walking South Main Street to the high school, or do I go up Pine Street? Now, it's not as steep from Broadway to the top of a hill as it is from the bowling alley to the top of the hill, but it's a hill. It's a hill, and it was hot. So I am navigating this road, and I decide to go through. I decide, let's just plow through. But I'm thinking, which way should I go? Should I cut here? I can cut off a couple hundred yards if I go to the right. Lolita was saying, "Oh my goodness, you went down the Stadium Hill. The Stadium Hill we used to call it the steep hill when I was a kid growing up. And walking down that, I thought my flip-flops were going to blow out. I mean, it was just a little crazy. So I made it, didn't have a heat stroke, but till I got to the high school, it was just this melting pool. But I laughed and laughed and laughed. And there was a time I would have just found the car, sat in the car, turned the air conditioning on, and would have just thought I was just a melted mess and I'm not going to see anybody. But that is the beauty of the glimpsing goddess. We don't care. I was just saturated. I mean, feeling the sweat rolling down the backs of my legs. Saturated. The hair was about, wouldn't have fit in this frame tonight. I mean, but releasing the grip on all of that, releasing the grip of what people might think, what I thought, to go in, and I watched the elementary musical program, enjoyed that. Incredible. Extra hydration, did get a headache. That was the only bad thing. But what a perspective. Even a year ago, you couldn't have paid me to walk down Main Street in Red Lion just because of all of this baggage that I have had wrapped up in what peace and happiness looked like in comparison to where I'm going to go. I'm telling you, we can release our grip on these things. Hi, Ashley. Thanks so much for being here. I encourage you, pay attention to what you're holding on to, what you're trying to control, what you might be able to release. Think of what you want on your island and seek it, because you can have it. Peace and happiness is just a matter of you deciding what direction you want to go. The last thing I want to share with you tonight, one of Mason's friends shared with me the book Tuesday Mornings with Maury. Has anyone read this? I am halfway through. I only opened it today. It is a beautiful, hard book about embracing life. A man, a teacher, a professor, a college professor, who is diagnosed with ALS, and his adult student who returns with him to share time. And they're discussing life's important issues, as this man knows his time is coming to an end. So I'm just going to read to you just a little piece of this. We are too involved in materialistic things, Maury is saying. They just don't satisfy us. The loving relationships we have in the universe all around us, we take these things for granted. Maury nods towards the window with the sunshine streaming in. Do you see that? You can go out there anytime. You can run up and down the block and go crazy. I can't do that. I can't go out. I can no longer run. I can't be out there with the fear of getting sick. But you know what? I appreciate the window more than you do. Appreciate it. Yes, Maury said. I look out that window every day and I notice the changes in the trees, how strong the wind is blowing, as if I can see time actually passing through the window pane, because I know my time is almost done. I'm drawn to nature and I'm seeing it for the first time. This book is just beautiful. Release your grip. Release your grip. Stop your bleeding blisters. Go after your peace and happiness, and it may be that just a change in what you're fighting to control, just a releasing of that, may start you in a wonderful direction to finding it. Great, wonderful, group on tonight. I still don't know how to scroll back here to see if there are any questions or comments that I could. Grocery bags, yes. Luxury, as long as you have a boat to the mainland. Brooke, I'm with you. Yeah, I wasn't saying a deserted island. Did you notice that? We want to have the things that fill us up and make us happy. I appreciate your time tonight. I appreciate your time every night. I did see that some of you remarked about the beautifully broken pendants. They are, if you see me, I'm going to be carrying them with me. I am going to have them at Ladies' Day Out. I'm going to have them at the salon. And 50% of every sale is going to be donated right here in this community to outreaches that are already established. And I cannot wait for women to come together and do beautiful things. We are able and powerful. Hold on to your love. Grip it tightly. Release the things that really don't matter. Look out the window today. If you're sitting one, there's a beautiful sunset happening right now out my window. Love, love, love. Thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you again next Sunday for Conversation Over the Cup. Good night.